How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be going through how to create an amazing looking dashboard utilizing the Mushroom Card. Mushroom Card is a custom card built by the developer Paul Bozen. Paul's mission with this card was to create something to make amazing dashboards without ever using YAML. Complete with UI editors, all the options inside there, amazing usability and minimalistic design. This card is all packaged together. Card is available through the Home Assistant community store. And if you don't have that set up, I'm going to link down in the description a great video on how to actually set that all up and get you started. And at the end of the video, I'm going to do a call to action for you to help out the developer for making this amazing card. And I also give back to the developer. Now that we know a little bit about the Mushroom Card, let's go ahead and go over the structure of my dashboard. So here in the mobile view of my dashboard, you'll see up at the top the chip card. So this is a card where you can kind of see at a glance a lot of good information. For me, I'm using it to showcase the weather. You know, what is it, sunny? Is it cloudy? What's the current temperature like? I'm also showing it with my front door lock. What is my front door lock status? Is it locked? Is it unlocked? Did I forget? And I can easily tap on that to lock or unlock it. Down below the chip cards, I have my room cards here. I am showcasing all the rooms in my house that I have smart devices in, and if the lights are on or off in the room. Below that, I have an easy view of my thermostats. Whether or not I'm cooling or heating the house, I can easily click on these and get to the controls for the thermostat. Turn it up, turn it down, turn it to heat, or turn it to cool. Below there, I have my cameras, which right now are seeming to go in and out. Not sure about that. But here I have an easy way to quickly see what's going on around my house. Let's say that I want to go into my room and I have some other devices in my office that I want to control. Well, I've created a second dashboard here that's actually dedicated to my office. Here I have the same chips up at the top, except I've added a back button. Really easy to utilize to go back to that main dashboard. I also have all my lights here using a light card. So I can turn those on and off. I also have the ability to see some other secondary lights like my MacBook light, my camera light. Down at the bottom, I'm really able to see what's going on in my room. What's the state of my room? What's the current temperature? What is the humidity? So that's just kind of a quick glimpse here of the two main dashboards that we're going to be going through today. But let's go ahead and create a new dashboard as a clean slate to get started. So we're going to go to configuration down at the bottom left and click on dashboards. This will give us a view of all of our dashboards that we're currently using. And from here, I can create a new one. Let's go ahead and click on add dashboard here. And we'll name this YouTube subscribe, which you guys should do. This is going to be a great video. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. And we will make sure it's shown in the sidebar. Click create and you'll notice it pop up over here on the left. Now you'll see that the first state of any dashboard is the auto-generated dashboard. And we're going to be taking this and turning it into the dashboard you just saw. So let's go ahead and go up to the top right, open up the dashboard menu, and we'll click on edit dashboard. This will kind of give us a brief overview of what we're doing, but really what we're doing is taking control of this dashboard and creating our own custom dashboard. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll start off with an empty space. We'll click take control. Now we're in the editor. We can start adding our different cards. We can start adding in and creating our dashboard. The first card that we're going to be putting together is the chip card. So let's go ahead and click on add card. Up at the top, I'm going to search for chip and click on the Mushroom Chips card. And we're going to start with the weather chip. You'll see all the different types here kind of listed out for you, but we're only going to focus on a few. You can definitely experiment on your own what each one of these does. We're going to go with the weather card here, but I want to go ahead and edit that. Clicking on the pencil there, I'm going to showcase the conditions. It's going to tell me what the actual condition is. But I also want to see the current temperature outside. I want this to be glanceable. I want to be able to see this and know exactly what the weather is and if I need to put on a jacket or not. In Texas, I normally don't. Now that we have that, one that I like to add is an entity. I like showcasing my log. For the main dashboard, that's really all we need. The next section of this dashboard is actually these different room cards. Let's go back to our YouTube, subscribe, and edit again. Click on Add Card. Now we're going to start by creating a grid card. This grid card allows you to put two cards side by side. I am not currently going to render as squares because I like the look of it, the least amount of vertical space possible. The next thing we're going to do is start adding cards to this grid. First thing we're going to do is search in mushroom, and we're going to choose the entity card. First thing we're going to do is put in the lights. I'm going to search for my lights. We can name these whatever we need to. I can even change the icon here. And for this one, I want to kind of show this as it's an office. So it's got a Mac in there. It's got a desktop. I can change the color to her favorite color, which is teal. Main option here that we're going to be talking about is the different layouts. The default layout is going to be what you see here, but the vertical layout is what we're going to be utilizing. Vertical layout is the ability to kind of just stack everything on top of each other and showcase that way. Now, this is a much cleaner look in my opinion, especially for these cards that are for the rooms and for the thermostats and here in a second, but I like this view for now. So we've added one, relatively easy. Let's go ahead and quickly add the second one here. Now I've added the bedroom card on the right hand side there. I'm going to go ahead and click save. I can see my dashboard as it's going to show up on my phone. We have that. That looks great. We're already on our way to a great looking mobile dashboard. Let's go ahead and go to that next section, which is our thermostats. And we start that section off with a title card. Now this card is also a mushroom card. So let's go to mushroom and search that in our cards. And let's look at the title card. I want to actually utilize the bottom one called the subtitle. Now this one is a bit gray. It's more of that secondary text. And we're going to delete out the title section. Go ahead and add another grid card. Very similar to the top one. It's going to be 2 columns and not rendered as squares. And let's add another entity card here. We're going to use the mushroom entity card. And instead of showing my person, we're going to show the thermostat. We'll use the downstairs thermostat here. I'm going to name this downstairs. And I'm going to leave the icon the same. I can change the color if I want to. Let's go pink. Why not? And I'm going to use that vertical layout again. Let's do that same thing for the upstairs. And now we have our thermostat cards. We'll save that. And now we're on our way. We already have 3 sections done. Let's refresh our mobile dashboard, and it is really coming along. The next section we're going to go over is the camera section. Now this is an important section because you always want to be able to see your cameras on your dashboard. Let's go ahead and add our grid card to set them side by side just as we've been doing. And let's search for the picture entity card. Now this is not a mushroom card. This is a native Home Assistant card. We are going to utilize one of my cameras here. I'm going to go with the camera 1 for now. And you'll see that I'm going to delete out image path here, but you'll see it here on the bottom. We have this black bar that's kind of hiding part of our image. And for me, I know which camera this is. I don't really need to know if it's idle. I don't really need to know what the name of the camera is. So I'm actually going to turn off show state and show name. And you'll see here's a nicer, cleaner picture. I'm going to set the aspect ratio to be 16:9 just to make sure that's good and rectangular, and add my next camera. All right, now that we've added that, we can go ahead and click save. And now I have my cameras side by side. Now you can go ahead and finish out your dashboard here for your main dashboard. Add your different covers, add your different entities, but you're on your way to a very nice dashboard. Go ahead and refresh our mobile. You'll see that very simply come up. Let's go ahead and go into the details of how to create that second dashboard. That's kind of the main dashboard I use all the time, going to my office, see what's going on. But first, let's go ahead and click configuration down at the bottom left and click on dashboards. Just as we did before, let's go ahead and add a new dashboard. We called the last one YouTube subscribe. Let's call this one YouTube-office. This is going to be my office dashboard. And for this, let's add that same desktop icon. And I do not want to show this one in the sidebar. So let's go ahead and uncheck that and click create. Now that we've done that, let's click the open button over here. and edit the dashboard just as we did before and start with the empty dashboard. Let's go ahead and add the back button. So that is part of the chips card again from Mushroom. Let's go ahead and delete the default one here and click the back chip. Now there's no configuration to this one. It is just a little back button. The next section we're going to do is the lights. So this is going to be my wife's office. And let's go ahead and create a light card. Now, the light card for Mushroom is amazing. And let's go ahead and change this to Madison's office lights. And you'll see I can change this to her main lights because we know it's her office already. To make it a little bit nicer, we're going to go ahead and add the brightness control. So here I can change the brightness using the slider here and change the brightness on my lights. You have different options here if you have temperature control or color control on your lights. I do not, but you can always add that. So now we have our lights. We have the back button up at the top. And you know, the next section is really our sensors. I'm going to use the native Home Assistant sensor card. Gives you a nice little line graph that we're going to use for the temperature of the room. I can change the name of this. I can change the icon if I wanted to, but really, I now have my sensor card set up. I can see the temperature. I can put that into a grid card, set that side by side next to the humidity. You can do that. You can add the title above it, just as we've done before. But let's go ahead and add one last card here. And this time we're going to add a cover card. I'm going to stick with my blinds in my office, even though this is my wife's office, just to kind of showcase this card. The position controls. So this is a slider to allow you to say, oh, I want it to be at 50% closed or 75%. The one that I like the most is the open, close, and pause. Once I click on that, that's going to start opening them. And it'll actually show me the percentage of openness they are. A really great card for blinds. I love this so much. And now let's go back to our YouTube subscribe dashboard, because now how do we link this together? Let's go ahead and edit the dashboard one more time. Let's click Madison's office card here and edit it. Now, the main thing that we're going to be doing here is the tap action. Click on the tap action, click on navigate. And what we're going to do is take the URL we had from the other dashboard, which is just going to be the name of the dashboard with hyphens, unless you change it. We're going to call this, we're going to put in YouTube dash office and click save. Now, once I click this, it's going to take me into my dashboard. So if we go back to the mobile view of this here and refresh, I can see Madison's office here. If I click on that really quickly, it brings me right into my office dashboard where I can control everything, see my lights, my main information. And you can put this into a neat dashboard exactly the way you want it to look like. Of course, I'm only giving you the components on how to build this dashboard into what you want. If you want to take inspiration from my dashboard, then definitely go for it. This is giving you the tools and the knowledge on how to do that. And using that back button, it'll go directly back to my main dashboard. Super easy, super quick. Do this for every single room and you will love it. It's amazing. I use it every single day. And now my dashboard is completely partner approved and he loves it. With that, that is how you build an amazing dashboard with a Mushroom card. I definitely recommend you go do that, but let's go ahead and sign off with one last thing. And we're going to check out Paul on Buy Me a Coffee. And Paul has done an amazing job, and I think that we should always support the people in the community if they're doing something that we're using. If you're using a card, it took time and effort from the developer in order to build this card. They're putting it out there for free, so you don't have to do this. I'm going to thank Paul for building this card. I'm going to put in some random number here and really support Paul in what we're doing today. I'll go ahead, I'm blurring this out, but I'll show you the confirmation here that Paul has now been gifted 35 chocolates. Hopefully he does not go into a sugar coma from this, but thank you for the amazing card, Paul. He only has 8 supporters right now, and I think he should have a ton more. So what I'm putting out there is if we get Paul to 25 supporters, I'm going to support Paul with another 15 chocolates. So let's get Paul to 25 supporters. Thanks for watching, and go and make amazing dashboards, and make sure to tag me on Twitter, ZachBarrettHA, on these dashboards. I want to see them. Bye.